Hey, what's up everyone? Today, I had the brilliant idea to try and beat Minecraft while my surroundings randomly blow up. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty difficult. You may think this is relatively simple to set up, but no. So how did I do it? Well... Add 2 scoreboard objectives named Time and Global Time. Place down 28 command blocks and 7 chains of 4. Abuse copy and paste to copy this entire command chain document into the in-game command blocks. The first chain sets an accurate countdown time in seconds, while the second chain spawns a creeper with a big explosion and a fuse time of 0 on the player, also giving them resistance so they don't die from the explosion. Finally, the 5 other chains are solely responsible for the chat message and sounds which alert the player they're about to explode. Set your creeper command block to spawn a pig so you know it's working, and find a bug in the code. Solve the bug, replace the spawn pig command, and you're done. So the start of this Minecraft world was a little bit different than the others. I had to start the timer to start spawning the creepers. So I gave myself a 180-second grace period before the creepers started spawning. Then the gameplay started out like it usually would. I punched a tree, got some wood, crafted a crafting table, some sticks, a pickaxe, and an axe. I saw a couple of cows and I killed them with the axe, figuring I could probably use the food, and then I proceeded to cut down a couple more trees. To get a better vantage point of my surroundings, I decided to climb one of the tall jungle trees to see what I had around me. And as much as I hate to admit it, I really struggled climbing that tree. Once I got to the top though, I saw nothing but cats and trees, and more jungle, like you would expect. I started going back down to the ground when I heard the dreaded tick noise. The timer started, and within 5 seconds there was a massive crater in the middle of the jungle, and they said you couldn't ruin the Minecraft world. I decided to take complete advantage of this opportunity though, because the explosion had exposed a bunch of stone, iron, and coal. So I crafted a stone pickaxe, mined the coal and iron, and then threw some steak in the furnace for it to cook. The next explosion was coming, so I went into a pond so I wouldn't take any fall damage, and then I went back to the furnace and put some iron in. I found a couple of melons throughout the jungle, so I made sure to mine those so I could get some extra food. And then I exploded again, but unfortunately I didn't quite reach the water. I found some more iron from it though, so it wasn't all bad. I went back to my original crater and claimed the iron from the furnace so I could craft a bucket to get a water bucket so I wouldn't keep taking any fall damage. There was another explosion, I got into a pond so I wouldn't take any fall damage, got some more iron, and that was about it. Night was quickly approaching, so I decided that I should do some mining. I mined a bunch more iron and then made some furnaces so I could smelt it. As I dug deeper, I realized something. Having a massive crater at layer 11 is actually beneficial because you can find a good amount of diamonds. I went back to the furnaces and claimed my iron so I could craft a full set of iron armor, an iron pickaxe, an iron sword, and a shield. I could finally mine all the diamonds that were being revealed from the explosions. I spent the next while carving out paths so I had somewhere to run when I exploded to maximize my chances of finding diamonds. And honestly, I found a lot more than I thought I would. Most of these weren't even from the explosions. Then as I was standing on top of a solidified lava pool, I made a startling discovery. Obsidian doesn't break when blown up. I also discovered that if there's a block above the obsidian, not only do you not move, but the block also stays in place. This will be unbelievably useful for when we go to the Nether and I'm terrified of falling into lava all the time. For that reason, I made a diamond pickaxe and spent the next while mining obsidian. I also wasn't sure how difficult the exploded Nether would be to navigate, so I decided to get enough obsidian for a second portal just to be safe. As much as I would love to say something exciting about the obsidian mining, it's mining obsidian. I'm not really sure what I could say. For about the next 15 minutes, I just mined obsidian and used the explosions to mine in hopes of finding diamonds. I found an enderman in the caves and didn't get an ender pearl, of course. I went back up to the surface and I discovered a new method of fishing. So you know how pretty much everything dies when met with a massive explosion? Yeah, just jump in the water and then the fish die from the explosion and then you can pick up their corpse. So that solved the issue of food. Then I accidentally blew up a zombie and got a zombie head. Because I was using charged creepers to blow things up, the zombies actually dropped zombie heads, which is interesting. I decided to use a good portion of my remaining iron to craft a second iron armor set because mine had taken quite a toll from all the creeper explosions. And I also made an enchanting table because I had 13 experience levels. I also started cooking all the fish so that I wouldn't have to worry about food. It was also at this point that I realized I should probably be taking my armor off while I was in the water and the creepers blew up so it didn't take a huge toll. Then I enchanted all my stuff and I got decent enchantments, nothing crazy but still helpful. After enchanting, I hopped in the water, blew fish up, cooked them, and rinse and repeat for 15 minutes and I have just under 2 stacks of cooked fish. I saw a shipwreck out in the distance and decided to check it out. Then I got busy sorting my inventory and forgot that you can in fact actually drown in this game, so I had to get out of there pretty quick. After that though, I boated back to shore, blew up some more land, and decided that I was actually going to need more iron because my armor was taking quite the hit. Then I decided, you know what, I'm a big boy, I can kill monsters, so I immediately got splashed by a witch with poison and almost died. I genuinely thought I was gonna die here and I was not happy about it. I had been playing for an hour and I didn't want to lose all that progress. If anything good came out of it though, I did find a jungle temple, so I mean I guess there's good in everything. I looted the jungle temple and honestly the best thing I got was the arrows from the dispenser, so I treated the jungle temple how it treated me. by blowing up all of its dreams. It's okay though, because a few blocks of the jungle temple survived, so at least you can tell there was a jungle temple there. After the jungle temple fiasco, I went back and collected the iron that I had smelted before. Then I decided, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I got full diamond armor and didn't die? Then the unthinkable happened. I was challenged by a couple of creepers who thought they could spontaneously combust better than me. So naturally, I treated them the same way I treated the jungle temple, by obliterating all their hopes and dreams. Now, surprisingly, I was actually finding quite a few diamonds, which means that I was probably going to be able to get full diamond armor, which is definitely a plus. In addition to some diamonds, I also found a bunch of gold, which I decided to get for piglin trades. I blew up, found more diamonds, then I mined more obsidian in preparation for my descent to the nether, and also found more diamonds. Then I tried to do the speedrun strat of just turning lava into a portal, and failed miserably. Really, this is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Then I lit my portal and waited for another creeper to spawn so I could go to the nether in peace. My spawn was less than ideal, but it also could have been worse. It was in the middle of one of the crimson forest biomes, which, if you didn't know, is the most hostile biome you can possibly be in. I got a piglin stuck in a hole and gave him a bunch of gold so I could hopefully get some ender pearls. Using the obsidian I mined, I made an obsidian platform which was indestructible to the creeper explosions, which was actually going to be very, very beneficial. As I mentioned, this biome is extremely hostile, and I was already feeling the effects of it. But I fought through, and whenever I felt a creeper was coming, I would go stand on my obsidian platform with the blocks above my head, and I would actually be completely fine. The best thing about this system is that it's portable, and I can just put obsidian beneath my feet and a block above my head before a creeper goes off, and I should be okay. Unfortunately, the piglin was as useless as always, and I got no ender pearls from the trade. I did get a little bit of obsidian and a couple of fire resistance potions, which would be very useful for killing blazes later. I had a couple of close calls with the creeper explosions, but honestly it wasn't that bad. I then came across one of the blue forest biomes, and these are great because they actually have a really good supply of endermen. So I killed a few endermen, got a couple of pearls, and I was actually looking pretty good. I found a ruined portal and grabbed the golden apple and put the golden helmet on my head so I wouldn't get attacked by the piglins. And then I mined the obsidian of the actual structure so I wouldn't run out. I actually had the obsidian with a block above it down to a science, and it saved me on a couple of occasions. As you can see, it would have been nothing but certain death in the lava. I mean, I guess I had a fire resistance potion, but I wanted to save that for the blaze fight. As I moved through the blue forest biome, I killed more endermen and got a couple more pearls. Then I spent the next 25 minutes traversing through the nether trying to find a nether fortress. After crossing a couple of really sketchy traverses and killing more endermen, I finally found a nether fortress. I found the blaze spawner and essentially set up a home base where I would be safe with obsidian on the bottom and blocks above my head so I wouldn't die. Despite my efforts, it was still very difficult to kill the blazes, but in the end, I was still getting blaze rods, and that was the important thing. My favorite thing about this system is that right as things started to look bad and I was surrounded, the creeper would just blow up and kill all the blazes. The downside of that is that there wasn't really much of a nether fortress anymore, but I can live with that. After I got enough blaze rods, I made a portal using the remaining obsidian I had and then went back to the overworld. I worked on getting more food because I had depleted my supply of cooked fish pretty significantly. While I was gathering food, I figured I should craft some Eyes of Ender so I could tell at least what direction the stronghold was in and start heading that way. I then decided that I should probably use all the diamonds I mined, so I crafted a set of full diamond armor and enchanted all of it with protection 1. I found the stronghold, and then a creeper blew up and did something I didn't really expect. It of course left behind this standard massive crater, but in addition to that, all the silverfish in hiding actually came out and started attacking me. And let me just say, I never knew how many silverfish were in the stronghold. That is quite a few. Then I spent the next 10 minutes looking for the portal room, because I'm really bad at finding the portal room apparently. I did eventually find the portal room though, and I broke the silverfish spawner, placed down the eyes, and was ready to fight the dragon. I put on my new shiny set of diamond armor, enchanted my bow with power 1 just to deal a tiny bit of extra damage, and hopped in the portal. For once I didn't actually spawn in the void. I spawned underground and I had to dig my way up. I started to destroy the end crystals normally, and then a creeper blew up. And what I didn't realize is that because of how big the creeper's explosion radius is, it broke every single end crystal in the end. So needless to say, this was going to be a pretty easy dragon fight considering I just had to kill it. I wanted to try and have a creeper kill the ender dragon, but in reality they didn't really do any damage to it, so I just had to kill it myself. And with that, I had beaten Minecraft while my surroundings randomly exploded. And so, with one afternoon down the drain, I had done it. I beat Minecraft while creepers randomly spawned beneath me and blew up my surroundings. I don't know why I keep saying that creepers are causing these explosions, because the way I'm doing it, creepers are causing the explosions. They're just spawning really close to me and they have a fuse time of 0. I don't know. Anyways, would I recommend doing this challenge? No. Was this challenge fun? In some ways, I suppose. Did it make for an entertaining video? I don't know, I haven't finished it yet. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of this video in the comments. As you know, I'm always experimenting with different types of content, so this is definitely one of those videos. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!